welcome to the lecture series in computer science. We are seeing a series of lectures in the subject Python programming. In today's session, we will be seeing a topic on modules. As the contents of this session are, we will be seeing the need for modules, we will be seeing the commonly used Python modules, and then we will relate the commonly used Python modules with certain examples, and then we will be seeing how to integrate two different modules. Now, what is a module? What is the need for module? A module is a Python file with .py extension. It is given with .py extension. As you used to save a Python file, how do you save a Python file? For example, you will be saving it as gan.py. Any Python file will be saved with the extension of .py. Similarly, the module will also be saved with .py extension. The module in Python has a way to put related code in a file and use that file in other Python files. So, say for example, I have one file called gan.py, the other file as sample.py. So, I can use the contents of the file gan.py inside the sample.py. It allows, the modules allows logical organization of the code. It can be used to define variables, functions and classes. When you are going in for an object oriented programming approach with respect to Python, we will be saying how to define the classes. The grouping of modules, related code, grouping the related code into module makes it easier to understand and use it. The modules must be imported before using its functions in any other module or in any other Python file. So, here how do I call my gan.py? I will be using it using import. So, the module has to be imported. The modules should have short, all lowercase names. You can have it as, for example, it will be all the better. All lowercase names, underscores can be used in the module name to improve readability. Now, let us see the syntax of how to import the module. We are supposed to give it as import space module name, and my dear viewers, when you are going to give this import, the I should be small I. If you are going to give it as capital I, it is an error. You are supposed to give it as small I import space module name, and when the module name is something like gan sample.py, there should not be any space between gan and sample. If at all, if it is of two different words, it should be clubbed together with an underscore, or else it will end up in errors. Then now, first and foremost, we will see how to find the built-in functions that are available inside a module. So, the built-in functions can be retrieved using a function called as dir, directory. Dir denotes directory. The dir function is used to list all the available functions in any module. With the help of dir function, whatever the module contains, whatever the built-in functions that are available in the module will be displayed, and you need to import the module before using the functions. As an example, if I want to know the built-in functions that are available inside a module called math, this is my module math. So, I need to import this math, then only I can get the available functions that are available inside the module called math. and this math, this dir will act as a directory, will act as a folder. So, let us see as a real time example of what are the functions that are available inside this module math. When I am going to print it, this is a real time, this is a online compiler. You have many different online compilers. I have used programmingwiz.com, programmingwiz.com, wiz.com. So, in programmingwiz.com, it's an online compiler, wherein if I am going to type only 2 lines, I am going to give import math, math is a module, and this math, if I want to find the built-in functions, as it is a predefined module, as it is a built-in module, you have the built-in functions available inside this module. So, if I want to get the functions, I just give it as dir math, but if the same function has to be displayed, what should I do, my dear viewers? I need to give print statement. If I am going to give print statement only, the functions will get printed. If I am going to just give it as dir math without the print statement, it will have all the functions, but it will not be displayed. So, in order to display it, the functions available in the math, this is how it gets displayed. You have the doc, loader, name, package, spec, and cos h, sin h, tan 2, tan h, ceiling, comb, copy sign. You have n number of functions that are available, degrees, exponential, absolute value, factorial. My dear viewers, you would have seen about this factorial, floor, fmod, fexp, fsum. You can get the gamma value, gcd. So, whatever related to the mathematical module, all the functions will be displayed over here. So, what is the use of this? Before you start coding, when you could know that these are the values, these are the functions that are available inbuilt, you can easily call them in your program, and instead of writing a pretty big program for calculating the factorial of a number, you can right away type it as factorial bracket 5 close the braces, you get the result as 120. I suppose, my dear viewers, you might be knowing what is factorial of 5. Factorial of 5 is 120. How? 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So, what is 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1? The answer is 120. So, you get the factorial value at a single click, when you call this single function, you get it. So, for this, you need to have, in order to work out with all these functions, you need to have this import math. So, when you give this and when you print, before, my dear viewers, my suggestion is, before you could start writing any code, it will be better that you make a note of all the modules that are available, so that you can use it whenever you are doing a big project. So, this is how the functions that gets displayed in this math module. Similarly, if I want to display the built-in functions, how do I do it? You give import built-ins, dir, open braces, double underscore, type as built-ins, double underscore, close the braces, dir, open the braces, double underscore, built-ins without any space, double underscore again, close the braces. You will get similar kind of functionalities for built-in functions that are available inside the Python. So, So, likewise for any module you can identify the built-in functions using the function called dir. Now, let us see the commonly used Python modules. We have the calendar module to display the calendar, the month, the date, the day, the timestamp, so on. The random module to display the random numbers between 0 to 50, between 0 to 100, so on and so forth. The mathematical module, as I have said, as we have seen certain functions to calculate the square root of 25. What is square root of 25? The answer is 5. To give the time module, to find the local time, to find the system time, to get the timestamp, we use this time module. Then we have the regular expression module. As far as the regular expression module is concerned, it is a pretty big topic wherein you can get the substring, you can search for a string, you can replace a string, you can do pattern matching, you can do many different aspects as far as this regular expression module is concerned. And apart from this, you have one other gaming module which I have not displayed listed over here. It is called as the turtle module. Hope you have played a turtle game. How a turtle looks like? A turtle will be something like this. I am not good at drawing. So that it moves from in the forward direction, on the right side direction, or in the reverse direction. We will see the turtle module as well at the end of the session. Now, first let us see the frequently used modules that are available in Python. It is the calendar module, random module, math module, time module, and the regular expression module. Now, as far as the calendar module is concerned, how do I import the calendar? In order to know what are the functions that are available in the calendar module, give it as director, dir open braces, give calendar, so that you get the built-in functions available inside the calendar module. Then make a try with each and every functions that are available, so that you learn coding very effectively. You can do Pythoning rather than programming, right? How do you import a calendar? Many libraries can be called inside the Python code. As an example, if I want to display the month of January 2021, and if we wish to check whether the year 2020 is a leap year or not. What is a leap year? In the month of February, if you have 28 days, it is said to be leap year, or if it has been divisible by 4, it is said to be a leap year. So, 2020 is a leap year, we know, but how do I make the computer know? As you might be knowing, the computer is an idiot box. So, we need to train the computer in such a way that this 2020 is being printed as a leap year. Then further, if the year is a leap year, it should print true. If it is not, it should print false. So, now let us see a sample program of how calendar has been imported and how to check whether the year is leap year or not. First of all, what I need to do? I need to give import calendar. My dear viewers, kindly make a note of it. Import I is small, as I said in my few minutes earlier. Import I is small, calendar C is small, import space calendar. Now, I give a variable, name a variable called cal equal to calendar dot January open braces 2021 comma 1. These are all arguments. What does it mean? What does it mean? It means this calendar, from the calendar, it picks the month of January, and in the month of January it does not know which month it is. So, you are specifying it as it is the first month and first month of 2021. Now, I am printing the calendar. If I am going to print the calendar, it will be stating January 2021, and I am going to check whether the calendar, whether 2020 is a leap year or not. in the earlier days of our coding, in our C programming or in any other programming languages, we will be finding it as you will be getting the input of calendar, the year, and you will be dividing it by 4, and if it is equal to 0, if year by 4 or year mod 4 equal to 0, then printf it is a leap year, else printf it is not a leap year, like as you do in the other programming languages like C program. But in Python it is very simple. Here I give it as calendar dot isLeap. isLeap is a built-in function. isLeap within braces 2020, and this isLeap, it does all the operations as 2020 mod 4. Those operations and all it will be doing. So I don't bother about how it is going to work. I am just giving my input over here in the built-in function isLeap. So is underscore leap is a variable name, is underscore leap is a variable name equal to calendar dot isLeap of 2020. Now I am printing isLeap. So what will it print? What will it print? It will be printing the result as true. If I am going to give it as isLeap of 2019, what will it print? It will be printing the result as false. So this is how the import calendar works. My dear viewers, this import calendar is a very important module. Why? Because when you are going to do a project, say for example you are going to build a project for a supermarket application, wherein initially at the top of the screen you are supposed to display the year, month and the date. So for displaying the year you can use this import calendar. Now let us see the next import. Import is import random. In this import random, when you are going to give import random, it is you get the random numbers. For example, if I am going to give it as, if I want to get a random number between 0 and 60, then I need to give it as 0, 61. Why? Because it by default this y it will be printing only till y minus 1. As we could see in this random dot rand range x comma y, it generates a random number between x and y minus 1. For example, if I want to print between 5 and 70, then it will be printing between 5 and 69. Then how do I do it? I give it as import random. Again my dear viewers, I is small, r is small. Import random, print random dot rand range of 5 comma 70. So I give this range over here 5 comma 70, which means it will be printing between 5 and 69. So any integer number on a random basis will be printed between 5 and 69. This is how it works, x and y minus 1. So this is how the import random works. For example, what is the application in which I can use this import random? You can use for any application, or else, for example, if you are going to create a project for a dice game, hope you might be knowing what a dice game is. In the dice game, at the first click, if I am going to give first instance, it should print 5. Next time if I am going to throw the dice, it can print any value between 1 and 6. So because a dice game, the dice will be having the values between 1 and 6. So for that what should I do? I need to import random, print random dot rand range 1 comma 7. I should have given it as 1 comma 7. Why? Then only it will be printing value between 1 and 6, because it is x and y minus 1. So, this is the functionality for import random. How this rand range and rand int works? The rand range, it works for y minus 1, whereas for rand int it works for x and y, that is both lower limit as well the upper limit is considered in terms of rand int. So, random dot rand range x comma y comma n, it will print any numbers from x and y minus 1 with step 1. For example, if I am going to give it as 1 comma 51 comma 2, the random numbers will be only of odd numbers. It will be printing like 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11 up until 49 will be printed. As far as this random dot rand int is concerned, of x and y is concerned, it prints any of the numbers from x to y including the upper value, whereas in the case of random dot rand range it prints till y minus 1, whereas in the case of rand int it prints both the lower value as well the upper value. So, any value will get printed. Now, let us see a sample example. Import random, x equal to random dot rand range within braces 1 comma 11 comma 1. What does it mean? It will be printing from 1 to 10 with step 1, that is how it will be printing x equal to random dot rand int of 1 comma 10. So, both the functionalities will do the same operation, will perform the same task. Supposing if I want to print multiples of 5, how do I do it? Import random, x equal to random dot rand range 0 to 101 and in steps of 5. What will it do? It will be adding 5 numbers and it will be printing. So, this is an example for random dot rand range. Let us come to the mathematical functions. How do I import? Import math. I need to give it as import math, as we have seen in our previous examples. Import math, then math dot ceil of a. What is ceil? It returns the smallest integer. My dear viewers, kindly make a note of it. It returns the smallest integer greater than or equal to a. Whereas, if I am going to give floor of a, math dot floor of a, it will return the largest integer less than or equal to a. Whereas, in the previous case it was giving greater than or equal to a, whereas over here it will be giving less than or equal to a. Math dot power of a comma b, it will return the value of a raised to the power of b. For example, if I am going to state it as power of 2 comma 3, math dot power of 2 comma 3, it will be printing 2 cubed. It will be displaying the result as 8. Why? Because what is 2 cubed? 2 power 3 is 8. So, it will be displaying the result as 8. Now, math dot square root sqrt of a, it will return the square root of a. Math dot factorial of a, it will return the factorial of a. My dear viewers, in the other languages you would have used lines and lines of code, and that is the reason we say Python programming is 10 times, coding is 10 times smaller than C or C++ programming. It is 3 to 4 times smaller than Java programming. So, now let us see certain examples with respect to this math function. Import math dot ceil of 23.36. What will it print? It will print the greater number of this value. What is the next greatest number? Round off number? It is 24. So, 24 will be printed. Whereas, in the case of math dot floor of minus 54.36, what is the lowest number, least number when compared to minus 54.36? It is minus 55. Minus 55 will be printed. Then math dot power of 2 comma 3, as I have said few minutes earlier, it will be printing 2 cubed. 2 cubed is nothing but 8. Math dot square root of 100. What is square root of 100? It is not 10, it will print as 10.0. Why? Because not all square roots are whole numbers. If I am going to give it as math dot square root of 25, it will be printing it as 5.0. If I am going to give it as math dot square root of 24, it will be printing in a decimal value. So, that is the reason only for this square root it will be printing in terms of the decimal points. 10.0 will be printed for math dot square root of 100. Then math dot factorial of 5. What is factorial of 5? It is 120 will be printed. Then if you want to print the pi value, I can give it as math dot pi, but you cannot view it. So, in order to view it, I am supposed to give it as print math dot pi. What is math dot pi? What is the pi value? It is, you might be knowing it as only as 3.14, but actually speaking it is not 3.14, it is 3.1415926535897993, so on and so forth. It continues. So, this value will get printed. Now, let us see how to import time, so that when you are going to print a bill in a supermarket application, if you are a customer and if you have purchased some items from the supermarket, and when you are going to print it, then it should print the time as well, it should print the timestamp too. So, now let us see how the time will get printed. It is import time, print time dot time. If you print time dot time, let us see what will it print. Next, print time dot local time, print time dot ASCII time, ASC time. This time dot time, it will return the current system time, but it will return as a floating point number, which will be expressed in terms of seconds, wherein we will not be in a position to understand. It will be something like a timestamp. It will be printing it as 1610, so on and so forth. And as far as this time dot local time is concerned, it will be returning the year 2021, it will be returning the month as 1, first month, day as 17, hour as 20, minutes as 54, seconds. So, whenever I have executed this particular program, and this time dot ASCII time will return the answer as Sunday, Jan 17, 2058, 20 seconds, 2021. So, this is how the import time works. Now, this is the sample output for whatever we have seen: import time, time dot local time, time dot ASCII time. So, when you have this, you will be getting the output like this. So, you can use anything for your application project. Next is to print a specific time. I can print, if I want to print the time as 2006, year 2006 and 12th date 6th month. So, I can type it as 2006, 6, 12, 15, 20, 23. What does it mean? 3 o'clock, 20 minutes, 23 seconds. So, if I am going to give it as print time dot local time, time dot make time of my time, the output will be, it will be printing whatever input that I have given. This is how I will be printing a specific time. Now, let us see how to integrate the modules, and with this we will end up our session. Integrating the modules is, we have two different modules, module 1.py for calculating the factorial, and when I have this module 2.py, if I want to use this module 1 program, I can just like that import mod 1, and fact equal to mod 1 dot factorial of 5 print fact. What will happen is, when I am going to call this mod 1, it will in turn go to this program called mod 1.py, and it will calculate, compute, and the computed result will be coming to this module dot factorial of 5 and it will be stored in the variable called fact and that will be printed. So, now let us summarize this session. We have seen about what a module is, what is the need for a module, what are the commonly used Python modules, and we saw with respect to certain examples, and we have as well seen how to integrate the Python modules or how to integrate 2 or more number of modules into a single module. Thank you.